Hey everyone, I'm going to be going through the top 5 foundations for very, very oily skin. So let's make a start. The first one is Revlon Colorstay. Revlon Colorstay is still one of the best drugstore foundations for oily skin. It dries to a matte finish and it dries relatively quickly, so you need to be quick with your blending. But other than that, it has a very long life, a very long shelf life on the skin, and that is a very good thing. So that's probably the best drugstore product foundation for oily skin that I at least know of. I'm actually going to throw in 6 foundations. This is MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation. Studio Fix Powder Foundation is still an amazing foundation for oily to combination skins. It's a powder foundation that goes on heavily. It can be used wet or dry. Used wet, and I've done a video on that, so it's in the description bar if you'd like to see it. It has a more sheer finish, but it still looks great on the skin and has a semi-matte finish. Used neat, it has a matte finish that has a definite powder finish. Oily people will love it. Yes, you'll get oily. Oily people get oily, but don't worry about it. It's still a great, great foundation. You can always use it to touch up as well as the day goes on. Another foundation that's very, very good is Makeup Forever Face and Body. It's a very, very light foundation, and it tends to have sheer to light coverage, so you're not going to build up lots and lots of layers on this, and if you do, you can get more coverage, but you know, it's mainly for somebody with relatively decent skin. It dries to a slightly powdery finish, but looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. I hate the smell, but people don't care about smells like I do, but I do. I hate it, but other than that, it's absolutely wonderful and can really give a nice effect to the skin. Some light powder over it will look amazing. The next are 2 heavy duty products. This one is Makeup Atelier Waterproof Foundation. It says exactly what it is on the tin. It's waterproof, it will stay, it does not oxidize at all. If you suffer from oxidization issues, the best thing you can do is to not use a moisturizer or primer underneath your foundation. We don't want too much oil under there. And the next best thing is to absorb any of the oils with a sheet of tissue. Just get a tissue, pull it in half when you've applied your foundation, move it on the face, just press it onto the face. It will absorb any of the excess oil that can contribute to the oxidization process. Or for very oily skin people, you can use Milk of Magnesia Neat, no flavors, on your face as a face mask before or as a primer for those of you with the oiliest skin. This next product is cement for the face. It's Makeup Atelier Gel Foundation. This is a gel foundation like no other you've ever seen. It is a nightmare to get off. Once it's on, it's on. It's on, that's it. You will never ever get this off again. You need the most waterproof foundation to remove this. It's absolutely brilliant if you have very, very oily skin and it photographs like a dream. This is an amazing foundation. Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. Just amazing. It starts as a liquid and dries to a powder. It offers sheer to light buildable coverage. It looks amazing on the skin. I test run this by applying it in the late afternoon and even went to bed in it. By the morning, my skin was still semi-matte. It is phenomenal. It's amazing. So that's a lovely foundation. And lastly are wax-based foundations. Wax-based foundations may sound scary because of us with oily skin or those of you with problematic skin that tends to break out. Waxes are great because they don't get absorbed into the skin, they just sit on the top. If you don't put any powder over it, you're going to get oily very quickly. But once it's powdered, these things, these waxes, are waterproof, which is amazing. Just a little bit of powder to press on top and you will get flawless skin all day long. This is the MAC MAQ fired palettes, which you can get. Information is in the description bar. They're available in the States and in the UK, and you may have international shipping as well. So that's my favorite foundations for oily skin. Remember the tips quickly. If you suffer from very oily skin, you can use Milk of Magnesia as a face mask or a primer underneath your foundation. Don't forget to absorb any excess oil from the foundation with a tissue. Just press it onto the skin. Don't use a primer or a moisturizer if you have very oily skin. You're just adding more moisture to the skin that's already naturally there. And these are my favorite foundations. All the information is in the description bar. Thank you for watching. Please rate. Check out my second channel, which is in the description bar, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.